Hello everybody, welcome to John Gaming. My name is Kevin and today we are going to take a look at why you should absolutely be replacing your silly little motor on your motorcycle with a supercharged Hellcat engine. Before we start though, I need to tell you about my competition. See, there's this other channel also named John Gaming. He has 193 subscribers and we can't just let him beat us to 200 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button. Show him that we are the best John Gaming in town. Alright, now for the disclaimer. I won't tell you not to do this. I honestly don't think you could do this. If you haven't noticed, in our last video there was a very major moral hazard in our hypothetical. This episode, it's a physical hazard. I presume that there will be a very clear risk in driving a tiny motorcycle with a massive engine strapped to it. So, if you have a phobia of that sort of thing, well, I'm not really sure why you clicked on this video. You knew what you were getting into. To start, we need to pick out a motorcycle. Now, there are many types that we could choose from. A dirt bike, good suspension, but probably not the best choice for this project due to its limited storage and small size. How about a crotch rocket? Big vroom vroom energy for sure, and it's well equipped for the street, but I still don't know about the lack of storage on it. I feel like we can do better. We'll need a lot of storage space for such a large engine. How about a touring bike? Good suspension? Check. Vroom vroom? Check. Big cargo? Check. Okay. I think we found our bike class. I'm pretty sure all of these touring bikes are the exact same, so I guess I'll just pick this one, the 2025 Yamaha Tracer 9. This big boy comes in at just under 500 pounds wet, which is relatively lightweight for its class. We'll need a light chassis as the motor we'll be using will weigh almost twice as much. Since we want to work our way up to the Hellcat engine, which weighs about 750 pounds, we want to make sure that the bike can handle that much weight. Taking a look at their website, they don't list a rated weight capacity, so I'm just going to assume it's infinite. Maybe we can just put 15 of these engines on here for 15 times the power! Yeah, alright, but where are we going to put this engine? We could try putting it in the place that the engine on the bike already is, but the Hellcat engine is 17 times larger than the Yamaha engine. That just won't do. I think we need to put a pin in the Hellcat engine and take a step back. Introducing the Honda Civic R16A1. This puppy was ripped straight out of a 2006 Honda Civic and will serve our purposes perfectly. This engine is only twice as large as the Tracers, so it'll fit in here just fine. One issue. This engine doesn't have any way to attach to the wheels. For that, we need to attach this silly little gear to the end of the crankshaft. Then all we need is a chain strong enough to handle the torque from this engine. The Civic engine would need a chain that could support up to 1,000 pounds of torque. And would you look at that, the chain that's already on my bike can support up to 1,700 pounds, so it's totally safe. I already shoved the transmission in here, so all we need to do is get riding. Safety first, of course. All right, let's get ripping. Yahoo! Oh, wait, this is awkward. I forgot to connect the gas tank. Fortunately, we don't really have a need to upgrade to a larger gas tank, so the one in the bike will do. All right, let's go. I'm gonna be frank with you guys. Actually, I'll be Kevin. This bike isn't as epic as I thought it would be. Between the heavier engine and the similar torque, it's kind of just a slightly worse version of the engine I already had. I shouldn't get too down in the dumps though. I still have another engine I can put on this. Alright, for the Hellcat engine, we need to rethink our strategy. We can't just put it in the same place we put the other one. It's simply way too big to even consider that. This is where my need for cargo space comes in. I plan to put this engine right here on the back of the bike, like our little passenger. You know, I saw this one article that gave reasons for why it's not easy to swap any engine with a Hellcat engine. But what I think he forgot to consider was that I'm in a fictional world. And in a fictional world, I can do whatever I want. After bolting this cute little engine onto the back of my motorcycle, it's time to... Okay. This thing is heavy. Like I said, we're shoving 750 pounds onto the back of a motorcycle. Not exactly what it was designed to do. This new engine is very wide, which you might think is an issue for the wheel, which is way under here. Fortunately, I just bought this extension bar. I'll just bring the rear sprocket out to here and replace the chain with a super heavy duty one and bam! Now everything works flawlessly. I won't forget to connect the fuel this time. One thing I should mention is that the Hellcat engine is very, very loud. That's what people say about them when they're inside of an engine bay under a hood. This one will be right behind my head. I'll just wear these earmuffs to protect from the loud sounds. I have sensitive ears. All right, now I'm just gonna give it a little gas on the throttle and... Okay, seems like this thing has a little kick to it. According to the laws of physics, I should have immediately broke the chain, flipped, or spun out. We can ignore some of the laws of physics for now, I guess. One of my least favorite parts of going to the grocery store is having to drive there. It just takes too damn long. Fortunately, I can enter the store and buy everything I need without leaving my bike, and it only took me less than 10 seconds. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions for my next hypothetical, please let me know in the comments. Remember, I'm trying to pass John Gaming in subscribers, so please subscribe right now if you enjoyed this video. I just found out that my brakes don't work, so please leave this video so you don't have to watch me struggle to slow this thing down. Okay, bye. John Gaming, 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 John John Gaming, John Gaming.